Hey, and welcome to Hear My Marriage podcast.
Hey.
I'm your host, Tara,
And I'm Pedro.
and we are back again with another episode.
That's right. Season 5, episode 2.
That's
Because you don't
right.
know.
I
Because
was
you're
just
going to be.
about to say
No,
it.
you wasn't.
Yes, I was.
You'd have
Yeah.
been looking like, what is it again?
Mm,
Looking
yeah.
at YouTube, what is it again? Because
What
you
is it
forget
again?
that fast.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, we're back again, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed our last episode. We really just trying to hop right back in, like we told you before. And yeah,
Be consistent, baby.
that's right.
Be consistent.
That's what it's all about in 2025. Happy New Year again to everyone. If you didn't hear us from before, Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
That's right. Happy holidays.
That's what I say.
Pray you guys have a good year going forward. And that's exactly what we're looking for as well. So today, our topic that we're going to be talking about is no marriage is without trouble. And we know sometimes in life, you're going to have trouble. And we're going to experience different things going throughout. But that doesn't mean we can't endure with God's help.
Yeah. Because every marriage has trouble. If somebody says there's no trouble in a marriage, then I don't know what kind of marriage you have.
Right.
There's always going to be some issues. Because like with us, where it's like water and
oil
and water.
Yeah.
Oil and vinegar.
Yeah.
Whatever, like we're two separate opposite people. We get along, but you definitely
we have our times where it's just
times all the time. You're totally different from me. If I come to you and I ask you a question,
right,
your response would be different than sometimes what I expect the response to be.
Right, I got you.
Yeah, so
yeah, I mean, I guess it's like this
cause me to be in my feelings. I'd be like, "Hey, why you gonna respond like that?" And you don't like when I do it to you, though. So to be fair,
that's
goes
true.
both ways.
That's true. And also, I wanted to bring this verse to attention that I think that will go good with today's show. And so the verse that I'm coming from is John 16:33. And it says, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. And I absolutely love this verse because, and I say it again, John 16:33. I love this verse because it tells you that we're going to have trouble in life. We're going to have trouble in our marriages. We're going to have trouble just period. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean we can't overcome because God did. And he have already made it plain. He already made a way for us. So we don't have to worry about not being able to get through the hard times that we will face.
True.
In our marriage and stuff.
What version was that?
Or relationship.
What version was that?
That was the New International Version.
Okay, because the New Living Translation is, I have told you all this so that you may have peace in me. Here on earth, you will have many trials and sorrows.
That's right.
But take heart because I have overcome the world. Just a different. So because everybody hears it differently. So as I say, we're two different people.
Yeah.
So I did hear you say it, but I was trying to understand what you were saying. So I went to a different version so I could just get a better,
a better view.
So pretty much as you said, that's number one. I think we was talking the other day, you was saying something and you had put prayer at the end. And I was like, nah, prayer is the beginning. God is first. And everything we do and say, God is first.
That's right.
If God is not first, then your marriage is not going to succeed the way that it can succeed. Because God is the driving force through everything that you do in your marriage.
That's right. That's right.
God is the driving force. Prayer and reading and just
talking
meditation and talking it out. Yep.
I think that's one thing that we have learned, and as we went throughout our marriages and all the trouble and issues that we have endured. If it wasn't for prayer, if it wasn't for leaning on God and believing that he's going to fix our situation, but we also had to ask him to fix us inside out. And I think that's what God want to do. He want to fix our hearts and he want to work within first. And then once he do that, everything on the outside of that will shine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I have personally experienced in our marriage, is leaning on him even through the hard times. Even though sometimes when the trouble came, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with this, what we gonna do? But when you in it, you think, hypothetically, you sometimes think, oh, I'm not gonna deal with that situation. But then when it actually hit home, it's like it's a whole different dynamic.
Yeah.
You'll be amazed how God will prepare you for the things that go down.
Yeah, and that's why if things that happen in life
Mm-hmm.
makes a difference if you pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was talking to you the other day about, actually today, about just upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can affect you in the way that you are married or the way that you handle your marriage.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Mm-hmm.
grew up in a single family home and you see certain things, you may tend to lean toward that way. But if you grew up in a home with mother and a father,
Mm-hmm.
it can help you to navigate your life a little bit easier
A bit
when
of
you
a
get,
balance.
yeah, give a balance of when you get married. You can say, oh, yeah, I have this to lean back on.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my parents had the same problem. They did this or they did that.
Right.
So it just, but of course God is in that the whole time.
Right.
We definitely stress that more than enough,
Mm-hmm.
that marriage don't work if you don't have God in it,
Yeah.
because then the selfishness, the resentment, the
Mm-hmm.
jealousy. You could be jealous of your own spouse.
That's true.
You could be,
That's
jealous of your own
absolutely
spouse. You
true.
can be resentful. You
Mm-hmm.
can be all kind of. There's so many different things you could be towards your spouse. But when you have God in your life, you know that you're happy. You give them validation. You
Mm-hmm.
give them
Mm-hmm.
compromise. You give them
Right.
the things that they need,
Mm-hmm.
because God, God, this is what God wants you to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just like with, they say, like, the man is the head of the household and the woman is a helper. And I know people say, "Oh, I'm not no helper," but is more. It's not necessarily like
We
you're
we
helping.
we are a helpmate to our husbands.
Yeah.
And it's not putting you at a different level, or it's basically saying that basically God gave us roles, right?
Hmm.
So the man is the house. I'm sorry, the man is the head of the house, and then you got God, then you got your husband, then you got the wife, and then you got the children.
Hmm.
That's how it's laid out. And when you know your role and you respect where it's at and how God intended it to be, then you won't look at it as, oh, you a control thing.
True. So, and even in that aspect, because I remember I was watching something and the question was given to the guy. He said, "Would you let your wife make a decision?"
Mm.
And he was like, "Yeah." So, in that respect, and I agree with him. In that respect, we do this too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just because I'm head of household doesn't mean that I can't take your. Doesn't mean that I can't take your.
You can't
Oh,
take my
sorry, I thought I'd delete thing that. You can't get if you tell me something, some things you're gonna know more than me.
yeah, depending on
So
what
I'm
it
gonna
is.
lean on you
Mm-hmm.
sometimes for decisions to be
Mm-hmm.
made,
Mm-hmm.
or a decision, because you're gonna know more than me on what to do, especially when it comes, like, say, to the girls.
Right. For
Like,
instance.
let's say the girls have to do something and
Good
I'm like,
example. Mm-hmm.
no way. I this is what I say. No, I lean to you, be like, hey, what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Because
sometimes when it comes to our son, when it comes to Pedro, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let Pedro, you know, you go and deal with that, because I think you'll, deal with his situation a
but
little
it's
bit
not.
different.
It's
No, I'm
but
just
that's
saying
just
the
normal. See,
difference
but
in it.
that's the cliche answer, because everybody's like,
Mhm.
well, the kids is easy. But I'm
Right.
talking about just even in some things in general, like just normal generalization things, like get refer to you to,
Mhm.
because I know that you're not going to answer it, or you're not going to do it in a way that I won't do it.
Right.
See, my faith in you and my trust in you is that we both are connected in that way.
Mhm.
That I can say, okay, you know what, how we should handle this. I'm gonna let it pass on to you to answer or to deal with the situation.
Right.
Because I
Right.
know that you're gonna do it with the fact of God first,
Mhm.
and then let the chips fall
Yeah. What they may. Yeah.
where they may, right?
Mhm.
So sometimes, even though I may be the head of household, doesn't mean that I can't refer to you,
Right.
or I can't let you make a decision.
Mhm.
You're
Mhm.
not just there for me just to be like, oh, do this and do that, and that's it.
Make
What
sure
I
my
say,
food cooked.
well,
Make
yeah.
sure the clothes
Hey,
are washed. Make sure the house is clean. Make sure the kids are settled. Make sure you do what you know what I mean? Some people are like that.
Yeah, no, but
And it
and then
causes people
we
to
both.
become resentful.
I like to say we actually both helpmates because I help you. You help me, I help you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just want to throw out a couple of points that I looked up since we're talking about this. And it was saying signs that your marriage is really in trouble. And so I'm gonna do 4 of these things, and I'm gonna do it real quick. It said your number one, your marriage is in
quick.
Hush. Number one, your marriage is in trouble if you feel resentful all the time, which we just kind of spoke on that. And number 2, communication doesn't feel productive, right? Number 3, the worst possible you expect the worst possible income. So you always thinking negative. And then number 4, your relationship is in trouble if you are if you're talking to everyone but each other.
Oh, that's communication. We'll beat that in the head with communication. That's
But
always.
I just want to say, in the sense of talking to everybody except each other. Now, if you got issues going on or trouble going on in your marriage, and you talking to everybody about, or you getting everybody opinion, but the person that you're not talking to is your spouse. So that's where the problems lie. And then when you finally do address the issue, you're not even communicating. You're not even really talking. You're at a point of just arguing and just trying to put your point across and your own viewpoint, not even their viewpoint or what they even may be saying or thinking. You're pretty much already at the end part of what you think the situation may be. And that goes towards you expect the worst possible income anyway.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was thinking about what you just said. Do you we was talking about social media and everything, right? But I thought about this too. Do you realize that today's world is not just social media, but it's different in every aspect? When you talked about this with your parents, and even I did when I was younger. Remember when we used to have barbecues? Yeah. Remember when we used to have get-togethers? We used to have gatherings. We used to, go just hang out. Family time, go to people's houses, different houses, and game nights and this and that.
Just chilling.
And you had not that you don't talk to each other, but you had that friend that you can actually rib your partner with. Yeah. So you had that friend that you could talk about your spouse. And it was it was a way a way to, it was a way to just, it was no judgment, no nothing. Just, maybe they was married too or something, and so you had that friend. We don't have that anymore.
We don't.
It's like we have made ourselves so isolated. Yeah, from people.
I think COVID did that.
It was
in a way.
COVID just ambassador. It just made it
more pronounced.
Yeah. But I think that it was starting before then.
Yeah, but it was slowly coming into
COVID
play.
just really pushed it over the ledge.
Basically.
Yeah, because you were just saying, because I think sometimes it's good to have somebody else to have. You can't do this alone.
You can't.
And sometimes,
you
can't talk. You can talk to your spouse, but sometimes you need somebody that
just
you can kind of bounce off an idea. What do you think? You think?
And go ahead.
And then, like I said, even when you're with your friend and you're with your spouse and you're with your friend, you say something smart, but it won't be, I hate, you're always doing that or something. And it's just laugh. And then, you can kind of get a feel, know?
Yeah.
So I think
get that.
I just, when you was talking about that, I think that's part of the problem in marriages nowadays. It's just so much isolation.
You know what the issue is too. And then you ain't have to worry about nobody talking about you behind your back or stuff like that. I think even with family, you have to pick and choose people who you can be confidential with, and people that you trust. So, but like you said, having that time just to spend with people, spend with family, and just enjoying that time, we just don't have that type. The time has changed.
Yeah, it has.
It has changed.
Like for us, I definitely know, being that we moved here, it's definitely changed where it's just me and you. And but we've always been talkative to each other. We've always, not always, we have now, where even if it's gonna hurt each other's feelings, becoming Because I was thinking about that too. Like I think we're more transparent with each other than honest.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not honest. You can still kind of lie because you can kind of the truth.
But
you
I
can
also
kind of
think,
twist it. When
right,
you're transparent, you just lay it all out and
you
say,
just
this
lay
is
it out.
this is what it is, and this is what you got.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
And I think we have also developed such patience that we need with one another. I think sometimes it can be wearing at some points, but I think overall our patience has improved. I really do think that. I think our patience have
My patience
improved
has improved,
a
even
lot.
though you think I have no patience with you.
I know. I think it depends on the situation. I'm gonna say that. I don't think it's in everything. I think it's with some things.
And what you mean? It's
And
with some things. I don't get that.
like if I'm asking you about, let's say, for instance, my hair, right?
Yeah, no, I lose patience.
I think you lose your patience.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But if it's with anything else, something personal or something, you're a little bit more patient.
Well, because with me, with you, I think that certain things you ask me, you already know the answer,
right?
So don't ask me.
And sometimes I still want to ask you because
no, I don't want to hear it because you ask. This is the thing you do. You ask me a question, but you already know the answer. But so why are you asking me for?
Because even though that may be the case, however,
no, because I don't mean to cut you off because you asked me a question. Mm-hmm. Do you think I should color my hair? No, and you color it anyway. So why ask me?
Well, that's just like saying, should I wear this dress or that dress? And then I really leaning towards the other dress, was just trying to see what you think. But then you pick the opposite of what I think you actually should pick. And then that's what, I just do the other one.
Exactly. So what do I say? Whichever one you feel comfortable with. That's right. Hey guys, that's what you say. Whatever you feel whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Whatever makes you feel comfortable.
That's what you
go with it. Okay.
Go with that.
Go with it.
Because I've learned certain times I've learned, and I've learned to, when you're talking, to shut up and just listen.
Well, listening is good.
Because no, it's not that, because a lot of times you go into a tirade and you'll be emotional. You start saying stuff I never even said, and I'm like, what are you talking about? So I just sit there, be quiet, and then I give my points. Well, you said I did this, but that's not what happened. But this is what happened. And then you get all quiet, and then you want to. So you know what you do? Then you jump to something else. Well, I remember when you did, and I'm like, that has nothing to do with this conversation. See, so whatever.
Yeah, well, we all have
trouble
our
in
flaws.
marriage.
We all have our flaws, don't we?
Hey,
yeah,
I love your flaws. It's okay. I can handle. I won't say I can handle your
it's
flaws.
some things that that you do, but I just learned to live with it, because it's just something I can live with. Now, sometimes in marriage, it's some things you can live with, and some things that you just can't. And I have known now long enough what I can deal with. And I just deal with it. And if I don't like it, I just say, Pedro, why you always do that? And I actually tell you what I don't like about some of the things that you do or say. And you'll be like, okay, whatever. I think the worst thing to do is, if I'm telling you how I feel about something, is to listen and not point the direction towards me to the things that I do to deflect.
No, I'm just
you're
the deflector.
Wait a minute. I was just saying,
you are the deflector.
The worst thing you could do is deflect. The best thing we can do is listen and just take it in and be like, look, okay, that's me. Take ownership of your ways.
Oh, definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Are you talking to yourself?
No, I'm talking to you.
You talking to yourself?
Yes, I'm talking to you. Pedro. Yeah. That goes to
the only thing I will say about that is, if you do that, it'd be nice if you did it like right away, instead of going for 10-15 minutes before you finally admit it.
You cannot put a time limit. I can't put a time limit. Someone reach somewhere.
Because why go through the stress and the argument for 15 minutes if you're just gonna get to that point anyway?
It's not argument. It's basically, it's what it is.
But why can't you just say okay right off the bat?
Because my opinion have to stand for something.
So you want to talk about it for 15 minutes before you finally say, you know what, you're right.
Well, it depends.
Oh, you know what, I shouldn't have. Oh,
it
depends
right. on what it is.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, cool, no problem. I got you. Long as it doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get there. What other words?
Whatever.
So that's what you're saying?
Okay, then. So what are the red? So basically, we like saying red flags in marriage. What are the red flags in marriages?
Oh, red flags. Like, I don't know. What are you saying? You have some red flags?
Yeah.
There?
No. Yeah, I had a couple.
Okay.
So it says someone who lies, someone who manipulates, someone who gives you the silent treatment during conflict, are all examples of red flags in a relationship.
Yeah, Oh, so we have a red flag because you did that to me the other day.
What?
Mm.
Which one did I did?
You did the silent treatment.
Oh, the silent treatment. Oh God.
Yeah, you did the silent treatment
I'm
on
not
me.
talking to you now. I'm done.
No, it wasn't
I'm
that.
done. It's over.
You was mad at me. And I didn't even know why you was mad. And then you got mad that I didn't even recognize that you was mad. I'm like, it's funny because
How you don't know I'm not mad? You supposed to know everything about me.
I'm not supposed to know
everything.
I thought it was peace and quiet for the day. I was like, oh, this is nice. Peace and quiet. Oh my goodness. Nobody.
Oh, so now you're calling me a nagger? So now I'm a nagger.
I knew he was gonna say that.
That's so messed up. Okay.
No, but I'm just saying, but you was kind of quiet. I was like, wow, she kind of quiet. Like, and I didn't recognize it. Because you know what it is too, even still. When you think like that, I just be like, whatever's on her mind, if she don't tell me, I don't know. So when she tells me that thing, and then he was like, do you know? Then you came out, he was like, why? You don't even know? Do you know I'm mad at you? I'm like, no.
I finally realized that men don't know nothing until
we do know stuff.
You actually don't tell them.
No, but that's the point. We are not rocket scientists, and we're not mind readers. Mm-hmm. Well, we are rocket scientists, but we're not mind readers.
Yeah, right.
I can't read your mind. You was mad. You was mad because we had said good morning. Woke up, said good morning. Mm-hmm. My boy called me. Mm-hmm. I answered the phone, and you got mad because I answered the phone.
First of all, I was asking you. We were just having a
general conversation.
The point is, it was general enough that I still want to continue to have a conversation. Even though I was like, Pedro, so wait a minute, let me finish. I was like, Pedro, so how was your sleep?
And my sleep was good. How was yours?
And you was like, I was in my sleep. And just saying smart stuff.
I just woke up. I was in my sleep. I was sleeping. I just woke up.
I was like, why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be and then I'm talking to you. I'm about to ask you another question. And all I hear is, oh, what's up? I'm like, oh, what's up?
No, you didn't hear that. The phone rang. You heard the phone ring.
I didn't hear anything.
Yes. You are lying on this podcast. You are lying. Let me move because God is going to strike us with lightning, as they say. Remember the old phrase?
Oh my God.
Let me move because God is going to strike us down. Whatever. You heard the phone ring. And I said, oh, this is Toby. And I picked up the phone and boom. And then you didn't even say nothing for most of the day.
Yeah.
Like you went the whole day. Why would you do that?
Because
why couldn't you be transparent and just say when I hung up, I didn't like that? So we could have hashed it right then because you messed up your day.
I did it. My day was absolutely
no. Your day
fine.
was messed up because you had an attitude all day. I was fine. I didn't care.
It was not all day, Pedro.
Half the day. It was half the day.
Okay, maybe half.
It was more. It was half the day.
The whole day is 24 hours in a day.
Tar, you know what? Don't do that. It was half a day because it was the morning, and then you didn't tell me till like mid-afternoon. Mm-hmm. So trouble in marriage.
Whatever.
And then what did I? Then you got mad because I laughed at you the whole time. Because I'm like, you're just like, I don't want to say you crazy, but you was like, yo, what's wrong with you?
Wait, you calling me crazy?
No, I said I don't want to say you crazy. I said I don't want to say you crazy because that's the wrong word. But I was like, yo, what's wrong with you?
I may be a little crazy, but I ain't no fool.
Anyway, like I said, you were just like, and I was like, you really mad about that? Like, how many times has you got a phone call in the middle of our conversation?
I understand that. However,
how many times has that happened, Tar?
Yes,
you don't see me. So you don't see me getting all bent out of shape.
Okay, but
you don't see me getting all like, oh, how dare you?
But at that particular time, Pedro, I wanted your attention.
You always have my attention.
Really?
Yes, all the time. But sometimes my attention does get pulled away.
Okay, I'm selfish.
No, you just want it to be your way and your way only.
My way and my time when I want it.
Exactly. But it doesn't always work out that way.
See it does.
Just like you said to your daughter earlier. You don't always get what you want.
You don't.
So there you go. See? You gotta live. You gotta think with your own, you gotta live to your own, rules.
Yeah, it is what it is. I can't worry about it.
Whatever.
I will not worry about it.
You're not worried about it?
Name.
In Jesus' name? Mm-hmm. Good. Well, let's get back to this because we're talking about trouble in marriage.
Okay, yeah, we are. Okay, we digress.
Okay,
go ahead.
No marriage is without trouble.
Yes.
So the I guess more than anything, like, no marriage is without trouble. Mm-hmm. The trick is to just, when the trouble comes, is to learn how to navigate it and do right by it, and by listening to each other, talking to each other, and understanding that even though it could be trouble, that there's ways to fix it.
Right.
And there's
And
ways to
also,
work it out and work together.
right. And even if you do talk to other people, just make sure, like you just said, reiterating that you talk to each other about it. Don't just let it be the person you're talking to, and then you're not even communicating with the person that you really need to communicate with to make this thing work.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing.
Say it again.
Not shutting down, basically.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, even though you talk to other people, don't let it just be that you talk to the other people and you're not talking to your spouse. You get what I'm saying?
All right, well, no, that's the whole. Yeah, you got to talk to your
That's what I
spouse.
just said.
Yeah,
You slow?
a little bit today.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you slow? And see, folks, how she treated me. Talking about, am I slow? Now, I guarantee we finish this podcast, you're gonna be like, I can't believe you called me slow.
No, I said that. I called you slow.
No, and I called you slow back, you're gonna be like, I can't believe you called me slow.
I can take the heat. Don't play with
You
me.
can take the heat.
Yes, I can.
I don't know. You kind of
You gonna pick up that book or not?
Nah, I can't because if I pick it up, the camera seems to be going off.
It's okay. It is.
So
it is what it is.
I'll pick it up in a minute. Why are you worrying about the book for?
Because you keep messing with it with your foot.
I'm not messing with my foot.
Just pick it up already. Pedro dropped his book on the floor. And just pick it up.
And why are you so worried?
Because
why are you always worried about
words?
Don't bother you.
It's bothering me.
It's my problem. Yeah. Let it be my problem.
That's the trouble that I'm talking about. If you just go ahead and pick up the book, I'll be done.
No, it don't even be bothering you. It's not bothering me.
It's bothering me.
Well, get over it. Anyway, again, trouble in marriage.
We digressed again. That's awful.
So you have something else done, didn't you?
I didn't write anything down. I looked it up, and I came across this thing called walk away wife syndrome. And it was basically, hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. So it was walk away wife syndrome. So it said walk away wife syndrome emerge whenever a wife who is emotionally detached and unhappy abruptly break off her marriage. And this person that says this is Holly J. Moore of Moore Family Law Group. It said it may seem abrupt to the partner, but women generally think about divorce for several years before actually leaving.
Was that happened with us?
I think at some point when we was going through our issues, I was thinking about, okay, I can do this alone. I don't have to deal with this anymore. And I think as our issues start to get more and more that it wasn't good, I think at one point I was considering divorce in the sense of, if no change happened, that's the only other option that it is.
So you was thinking more about separating, and then if it didn't work, because you left many times.
Yeah, we separated.
So we separated many times. So it was like you said, but every time you separate, you knew you still wanted to be with me.
But I have said in the past that I never really just said, okay, I'm a divorce and just leave and just do. I never made it. I never took it to play. I never made action of it. But I think, to be honest, I did at one point was just thinking about it. It was like, but then God quickly told me, look, no, I know the situation is not good. And then I was just basically just weighing it out, praying, hoping that change do come. Yeah. And it actually did. And I'm so grateful and thankful that God held it in with me. And you know what I'm saying? And I was just trying to stay encouraged. And I think the best part about that, when I was talking to a good friend of mine that was helping me at the time, just talking to me, giving me advice, and just being a listening ear, she was really there for me. And I really do appreciate that, because that really helped me know that, you know what I'm saying? I know things look ugly right now. Things don't look great. These are some of the things that she used to say to me, but just hold still in the road. Even though you may have to separate, for a moment, but come back together. The main idea is to bring it back home.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But just to know that a woman for years be thinking about divorce before she think about divorce for several years before actually leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And men too.
Yeah.
Because like, okay, let me give an example. Let's say we're at a party and you make a joke, or like I make a joke, and then you shoot back at me and say the joke back, or say, the only reason I'm with you is because you was there in the marriage. So we're married, and then you say to while we're talking to a friend,
got
you
you, got
say
you, got you.
that means that you only with me because I'm safe.
Right. Security purposes.
All right.
Or you just
So
like, right now
now,
I don't have nobody else in the
now
loop,
you
so I'm just with you.
realize, oh man, I shouldn't have said that.
Right.
And now you're trying to get back into my good graces, and then after a while, you even take me away, and we go away, we come back, and I sit you down, and I say I'm done.
That's being emotionally detached, right?
That's mostly
That's part of
detached.
it.
That it can go for men too. I'm just saying, because you just come from a woman's perspective. I was saying
Right.
from a male perspective.
And I think for me, what I did experience being emotionally detached is to the point where I would, what you remember you mentioned to me one time, I was just like, I don't care, like whatever. And when you get to that point in your marriage or relationship, it's like, you don't care what happens. You just like whatever. You just like, I'm just ready for this to be done. You pretty much just going through the motion until it's over, until you have, major exit.
Did you emotionally prepare yourself when you was thinking about divorce?
When it came across my mind, I was like, do I really want this? Or am I making an emotional decision because the way I feel, what I'm going through at the moment, and I just don't want to deal with the issues anymore? So I guess in a way I felt like maybe running away from the situation. Like, you know what, if I divorce, I don't have to deal with it anymore. It's over.
You was running. That's why you left so
right.
many
I'm
times.
just saying it's not my problem. It's you know what I'm saying?
You know, money we could have saved.
I don't want it to be my problem, but a lot of times, so okay. So since you want to get into that, because a lot of times I left was because of all the other issues we was facing. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Don't do me. So what I'm
don't
saying,
do you what?
All I'm saying is that when you going through that and you trying, you don't want to have to. You're making hard decisions sometimes in your relationship. Sometimes can put a toll on you, and you just don't want to deal with the issues anymore. You don't want to deal with, fighting through it. You sometimes you feel like your prayers is not being answered, and is God even listening to you? And you're praying and you wanting the best, but nothing happens. Nobody change overnight. And I think for me, I just wanted it to happen then. I wanted it to happen now, and it just wasn't going as fast as I really wanted it to be. And I think that's what made me consider it, most of all.
Right.
To be honest.
Okay. Well, that actually can lead to what I had wrote down, or that I saw, that I, and it was talking about if a man loves a woman, and the woman, would she love him the same way? And so it came out with chairs and couple. Sorry. So just to show like how a man loves you, and both have, and then a woman loves you, and a man loves you.
Yeah.
So chairs will be conquest. How do you say that? Hierarchy. Authority, insight, relationship, and sexuality. So with the male, the conquest, if for a woman to respect a man, she has to understand he has to, like I like to chase things. Like I chase a job, make sure everything is in order, I want to make sure that everything is, I like to choose sometimes to do certain things that I think is gonna be good for the family, things like that, And then when it comes to hierarchy, I can never say that word. Hierarchy. Yeah. Every man wants to provide and protect his family because it's in my blood. That's my goal, is to protect you and the family, and to make sure everything is good. Then authority is, as we talked about, giving me the tools I need to lead and to you know, and letting me lead, because you know some women won't let the man lead. Sometimes they'll try to take over, you know, and try to lead the man. You know, that say, you know, your woman wears the pants in the family.
Yeah, like who's in, like, what's going on here? Yeah.
And then insight, you know, I know sometimes you think I don't, I know sometimes you think I'm trying to be funny, but
In what
sometimes I'm
way?
just like when I'm trying to teach you something, because
Teach me
you,
something?
yeah, like you know, if you're doing something, I'm like, no, you should do it this way. Use the get, you
mean
know,
God.
like use the thing I was trying to be controlling or trying to, you know, take control, take over or something. I'm like, no, I'm just trying to teach, show you, teach you something, you know. And also with the kids, they do that to me now. Like I'm trying to show them something, and they think they know it all. They don't want to
Yeah.
listen.
So you basically saying I was trying to act like I know it all, and I ain't want to listen to what you trying to say
Pretty
because I
much.
knew it. I knew everything.
But I'm saying it in a good way. Yes. Yes.
Okay, got you.
Then relationship, which I definitely agree with. You know, you want to be best friends. So I know we're best friends, even though we get on each other. That's probably why I get on each other's nerves.
Yeah, but
because we know our
the minute
quirks.
we, you know, we talking about something or we know something, I'm coming to like, Pedro, guess what? And,
well, not just that.
You know,
it comes.
type of thing.
You know, it's funny you said that because we like that even with our own kids. Because don't let Junior mumble something in his breath towards you. I'll step to him like he stole something. Like, yo, what are you mumbling for? Like, don't do that to your mother. Like we have each other.
Yeah.
You know, back when it comes even with the kids, because
one thing like, I was like, no, babe, no.
One thing that can cause trouble in a marriage is children. When you let your children dictate, and you love your
and try to use you as a pawn.
You know, they say like if you were what's that word again? If the house is on fire, will you take out the wife or the children? I'm taking the wife first.
What?
I am.
You gonna leave my kids to burn?
No, I'm gonna go back and get them, but I'm taking you first.
Yeah.
Because you're my wife. You're my first priority. Yeah, I know they're my kids and everything like that. I get that, folks. But you're my wife. We are soulmates. You're my wife.
Right.
So I'm gonna get you first to safety. Then I go back and get the kids.
Yeah.
That's how I think.
Pray to God that fire ain't
no,
too
I'm
far.
not. I'm just saying in general. I'm just talking about in the sense of that's what I'm thinking. Because you know, in marriage, we always put the kids first. Right. You know, that's why they say when you get married and you have kids, your life changes. Because we
put all our time,
we lose all our time and energy into the kids, and we don't put it. And we have done this,
and we don't put it into each other.
Right. And then next thing you know, we're suffering.
We neglected.
We're neglected. You feel neglected. The
you
kids
don't
are
love
happy.
Me anymore.
The kids are
you don't love me anymore. You don't want to sleep with me anymore.
Right, exactly.
You don't think I'm attractive.
Exactly.
We don't talk anymore.
We don't talk. We don't think.
We don't do
we
like
don't watch
we
TV
used to
together.
do.
We don't do the things. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So no, you are my number one priority. God first, then the partner, then the children. You just said that.
I did. I laid it down.
You just said that. It's exactly that way. And then, you know, of course, sexuality is because men want sex all the time.
Women don't want sex all the time?
Nah.
Oh. Well, it depends. They body going through so much hormonal
No, because I was actually just watching Family Feud before we did this podcast. And one of the questions was, we asked 100 women, how many times would you be satisfied to have sex? One person said three times a week, and the other person said 4. The answer was, what do you think the answer was?
6.
Once a week.
Oh my gosh, I really went too far.
I'm like, once a week and you're satisfied? I don't know what kind of marriage that is. But anyway, we'll leave that one for another time.
Yeah.
And then for the women, couple. So couple will be connecting, and that's we just talked getting close to the partner.
Yeah.
Openness meaning got to be open with them.
Straight up 100.
And you know, and be transparent and listen to him, because you know, sometimes women will ask a man a question, but they think they know the answer. So the man is telling you the answer. Like, and this is I like to look at clips. So there's a clip, and the guy's got a reel of wire, and he's had it for 40 years, and the reel is now down to next to nothing. He's about to be out of wire.
Right.
So he's sitting there just looking at it, saying, man, I've had this for 40 years. And his wife is like, what's wrong? He's like, I've had this reel of wire for 40 years and now it's almost over with. And he's just contemplating and just thinking about that. And she's like, oh, because you're wearing your Jets hat and you never wear your Jets hat. So I thought something was wrong because you're wearing your Jets hat.
Mm.
And the point of it is that she wasn't listening to him.
Yeah.
She
worried about the Jets hat.
Right. Like she thought the Jets hat was a problem. It wasn't the Jets hat. It was the fact that he's looking at his last 40 years and he's comparing his life to the wire. And that is almost done.
Wow.
But she's talking about he's like, forget it. He just walked away. He's like, forget it. Because he realized she's not even listening to him.
Okay, so that goes to my point here.
Let me finish this stuff.
Oh,
go ahead.
But it would fit good with it. Point. So it's so it's just like it's just like a couple that's been married, right? And they legally married, but they have lost the emotional bond that they once had, right? So although they live together and appear to have a regular marriage, they live separate lives. You know what I'm saying? The couple typically lives in the same house, but has no limit to no interaction.
So it's kind of like what we talked about before, though. This is silent. You're talking about silent divorce.
Yes, but I'm just saying how we can lose the emotional side of our marriage. The connection where we was actually been more in tune. Like if she was in tune with him, she would have known that he was relating this to his actual life and saying, I'd have had this will about as long as I had been here. Wire. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have it for all that time. And through that, he have had so many different changes. And with that, his marriage also has changed as well. Because now she's not even in tune with him to even know what he was saying.
True.
So the emotional bond that they once had is now gone.
That you have marriages that they only stay together once the children get to a certain age, they divorce.
And maybe in their minds.
Huh?
And they mentally divorce.
Right.
But they physically there.
What you're talking about.
So they mentally divorce, but physically there.
Right, and that's what you're talking about, the silent divorce.
The silent divorce, yeah.
Where people, where you're legally married, but you're not really. They're living in the same house, but they're not even sleeping together.
Right, they're not even in tune with each other.
Well, we talked about that, and we can go back and look at which one, divorce.
No, sleep divorce.
Yeah, sleep divorce was more for sleeping.
Yeah, so that was a different thing.
Yeah, that was more for.
It's not the same thing.
You were still together, just your schedules coincided different. So
that's a totally different thing.
Yeah, that was yeah. So silent divorce is more where you're just emotional, like you said, emotionally and not not in touch with each other.
You are mentally detached from your spouse.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of scary in a way. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so we get back to couple with because I just want to finish it real quick too.
Okay, go ahead.
So connecting, getting close to the partner.
Mm-hmm.
Openness, meaning you need to be open with them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then understanding, more understanding by just shutting up. Because one thing and I'll just talk about this. One thing with you, just shutting up. That's why I don't say nothing anymore. Because you ain't gonna say nothing, no. Because you don't want an answer. You just want me to listen. You don't want an answer. You just want me to listen. You don't want a solution because you already know the solution. It's like you sometimes will say things because you want to confirm it. You want me to confirm it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to confirm it because you already know the answer.
Yeah.
So sometimes I won't say anything.
Just listening.
I just listen. And then
sometimes just listening is needed.
Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And then if I really think that you need an answer, then I give you an answer.
Then you give me an answer.
Or I say, you already know the answer to that. And you're like, what do you mean?
I still kind of want to know what you think. What you think? And you'd be like, well, I don't think anything. I was like, then I have to take it.
Just like you just said before we started the podcast, I ordered a black dress. And I said, you don't need no black, all these dresses you got up here, and you still ordered a black dress.
I did because it's not the same black dress. It's my other black dress.
You have more than one black dress.
But it's a different type of make.
Anyway, we're going to leave that.
Anyway, moving on.
I just have to throw that in there.
Digress. Why did you do that?
Because it's the thing. I've always told people, when we do the podcast, I can say things that's bothering me, and I know you can't respond. So I say it because it's irritating the heck out of me. And I know that you can't answer me right now.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Anywho.
And so, like, peacemaking. So COUPLE. So connecting, openness, understanding, peacemaking. It's just saying I'm sorry. And saying it's sorry as much as possible.
I'm like, look,
Even if I know I didn't do nothing wrong, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. And actually mean it.
Yeah, like you messed up last night, but you know, we leave that one up.
What did I do last night? What did I do?
Huh?
What did I do?
Because you were slow to do something, and then you want to stress over it. And I was like, it's okay. He was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That was my fault. I messed up.
Yeah, exactly. And you said I was sorry. You kept saying I'm sorry, and I said stop saying you're sorry.
You didn't have to bring that back to life. I was over it.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh my God.
Because it all worked out. That's why.
Yeah, in Jesus' name.
What if it didn't work out?
2025.
Because then what did you do? Wait. Because then you went to the most craziest, answer. I just won't do it then. And I'm like, no, you're gonna do it.
Okay, so wait.
And you was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. If we can't go, I'm not gonna. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go. I don't care if we sit outside and watch.
Anyway,
from the corner.
My new thing for me to say, for the rest of the duration, in Jesus' name, in everything, because that, like you said, put him first. So that's gonna be my thing. I say about every little thing, big or small.
Well, I believe in that, yes, in Jesus' name, and I'm also gonna say, like I said before, that sounds like a you problem.
That's right. But you know what? I don't want to make excuses. I know for me, I said I want to be consistent and more proactive, and I had told you after the incident, I said, Pedro, you know what? I should have been more proactive. I was just kind of,
but I didn't even get on you. I see you would have kept. Don't judge me. I can't believe. I just was like, hey, it happened. Let's move on.
Yeah, and you know what? When you said that, I was like, you know what? He ain't tripping. I ain't for the trip.
Exactly. Okay. And then L, loyalty. So do I make you feel like you're the only one? You're the number one in my life?
Oh yeah, you do.
No, she can't say it with more.
Oh yes.
That don't sound like I do. Do I really make you feel like you're number one in my life?
Yeah, you do. You do. You make me feel like
you make me feel like I'm number one.
Yeah, you are number one.
Could you even treat me like a child sometimes? But we won't.
Because I'm just trying to make sure you straight.
Yeah, make sure. Oh, babe, wipe your lips. Oh, babe, get the crust out your eye. Oh, babe.
I'm just, next time I'm happy you go out looking cray.
Put some lotion on your body. Your hands are ashy.
Such a life. Yeah. But I really do feel like.
And this is one thing that I try to work with you, because you definitely, people don't realize it because you sing and people see you as a singer. So they think that you're like a singer, because most singers are what? Most singers are what? Most singers are very cocky. Most singers are very flamboyant, up on themselves. Kind of not all singers, but a lot of singers.
Everyone, but
a lot of singers have a lot of confidence, and they don't realize that. And you know this.
You will agree. Confidence.
You will agree with me on this. You have confidence in what you can do, but you don't have confidence in yourself sometimes, and you self-sabotage yourself a lot.
Yeah, but I think the worst thing a person can do is think that you're better than everyone else. Right. Everyone have their own talent. Everyone have their own
that's not what I'm saying. Right.
No, I'm just saying everyone is blessed people in different spaces with their different talents. So, it is what it is. And when you know where you are spiritually, where you know where you are in your ministry, what people think really,
Well,
really
that's what
matter.
I'm going to get to. Esteem. I try to keep you build, and you do that with me.
Yeah.
When I'm down, you build up my esteem. When you're down, I try to build up your esteem.
Are you going to do that?
By just telling you, that you're okay, even if you made a mistake, like you did yesterday. And it could have really worked out bad. Yeah. I was just like, hey, you know what? It happened. We'll figure it out.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I mean, at that point, it was what it was, honestly.
There was nothing you could have said or did it was going to change the outcome.
Do you want to, you still wanted to play that clip? Or you
No, we do that another time.
We'll do it another time?
Yeah,
we can pass the time?
We passed the time. We already talked about that.
Okay. Yeah, anyway, yeah, we did, yeah.
We have passed the time.
Okay, no cool.
Why you cut me off? Just ask me that. You could ask me that after.
I'm sorry. Anyway.
So like I said,
so I'm in trouble now. I'm in trouble.
That's right. You're always in trouble. That's right.
Sorry.
So pretty much we said so folks remember that chairs and couple.
Chairs and couples.
And couple.
Okay.
Not couples, couple.
Couple.
Right.
Okay. COUPLE.
Right. And also with the esteem and all, like you always try new things. So if you want to try something new, I support you.
Yeah.
If I want to try something new, you support me.
Mm-hmm.
You support each other.
I try.
I would say like you don't know unless you try.
That's right.
Try at least once and then see how it goes.
At the end of the day, if you don't try something, you just never know if it could or would have or not worked.
And then because one thing I hate is regret. I don't need you sitting there saying, "Well, I wish I would have tried. Maybe we should have did
it would have worked."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I hate that. That's
Yeah.
one thing. I hate that more than anything else. Is
Mm-hmm.
and trying to figure out. I'm just trying to find the paper.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
But I hate that more than anything. Is be like, oh, I wish I would. Just do it and see.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
You don't. But anyway, we at this part of our show where we do our card segment and where we ask each other questions. Pedro trying to find the thing, but it's not there. So we know what these cards about. They have the different
Yeah, but I don't know which one is which. I can't remember.
I know. I had it. Anyway, it's
leaving moving stuff.
Anyway, it's not there right now.
You don't be moving stuff. That's it.
So it's not there. We
trouble in the marriage.
You see, Pedro, we up here looking for this thing like don't trip about it.
I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna write it down in the book when I find it. So that way.
So basically,
why didn't you do that?
It's intimacy cards, and it's about relationship, life, sex, romance, and all of those things. See, I just narrowed it all down, so it's fine.
Yeah, but you don't know what color it is.
It doesn't matter. Just pick one.
It does matter.
So you got different colors. You got yellow, you got red, you got green, you got purple, you got blue. You got all of these different colors of the card. Pedro, you being so technical. And so with that being the case, we're going to pick one of the cards. We're going to play the sound for you guys. And so now we at this part of our show where we're going to ask each other a question from the card. And of course, we have to honestly answer it. So with that being the case, that's what we're going to do. So which one you want to choose, honey?
Oh, you want to do the dark ones?
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do blue.
That's not dark.
Oh, the dark one. You did say this is the dark one here. This one.
Yes, but now you said let's do blue, so let's do the blue.
Okay. All right, so pick a card, any card.
That's what I have to label it, folks.
Any card. So I'm about to pick my card here. I got it. This is actually a good card.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going first?
Yes.
Okay. So my card reads, describe some times or areas in which you find it most difficult to be open and honest with me. So I think this is a question I'm asking towards you. Describe sometimes.
Also the answer?
Yeah. So describe some times or areas in which you find it most difficult to be open and honest with me.
Where you're not listening. And you already have in your head the answer because you think you know the answer. And it's like you twist everything I say. So if I'm trying to tell you, if I'm being honest with you, you twist it. Like you were saying earlier, not just you was doing it just now, but you was like, oh, what you're saying that you think I'm crazy? And then you'll start just adding stuff. You said such and such, and I'm like, I didn't say no such thing. I was very clear in what I said. I was very open and thing of what I said.
Right.
Otherwise, for that probably be the only thing for me because I don't find it difficult to be open and honest with you.
Okay.
Because I'd rather be. I've learned that over the years. Maybe in the past when we first met. Yeah, I found it. Yeah, I would have lied. Oh yeah, I found it very difficult because I just felt like I had to keep everything close to the vest. But now you know this to be true. Now I really don't have a problem being open and honest with you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you, even if I know it's gonna hurt your feelings, even if I know it's gonna get me in trouble, which I hate sometimes. I'll still tell you because I rather. It's just like when we met. I told you everything about me. I was transparent. You knew everything about me. Therefore, there was nobody could come to you and say anything that you did not know.
Yeah.
So
that's it.
It's the same process. If I'm open and honest with you, there's nothing's gonna pop up. Nobody's gonna be coming knocking on the door. Nobody's gonna be coming to you and saying something that you don't already know. So yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, now it's not. In the past year, it was definitely. I could name so many times we'd be on here for another 3 hours.
No, oh gosh.
But I'm not, because it's saying now. So
yeah.
Is it time that you find it hard to be open and honest with me?
Yeah, like today about the dress.
Oh.
I was like, should I tell them about another dress? And then I was like, okay, Peter, I bought another dress and I think it's gonna be delivered at blah 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 blah. I think I left it outside in the snow. And I'm not sure if it's been developed. I mean, I'm sorry, delivered or whatever. Could you go check, please? And then I was scared to tell you.
But I already knew you going to buy something, because I'd say when you was going to go to the event, I said, don't you go buy another dress, because I knew that's what you was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything else you have a hard time being honest? And
that was it. But I came clean though, because I felt it in my heart. It's hard to
You already felt clean, because you know that with the ring bell that I'm going to see the person making the delivery. And what in heaven's name is that now?
What?
I don't even ask anymore. I really don't. I see stuff all the time. You get stuff delivered all the time, and I'm just like, whatever.
Okay, what's your card say? Peter about to say
That's a good question. So here's the question for you. Over the past month, in what way, well, we just talked about it, in what way are you feeling unappreciated by me?
Oh, in what way am I feeling unappreciated? When I feel unappreciated when I'm asking you something and I feel like you're not giving me a fair answer.
No, you're not giving the answer you want.
Well, whatever.
That's not fair. How that's fair? How you? Because I'm not giving the answer you want. You don't feel appreciated.
But over the past month, in what ways are you feeling unappreciated by me? I honestly, I don't feel unappreciated by you. I don't.
Okay.
I feel like you appreciate me. You appreciate what I do. Just being a wife. Being a mom. I think you really do appreciate me.
See, I don't consider you my wife. I consider you my friend.
You have never said to me, "You so unappreciative." You have never said that to me. I don't recall you ever saying it. Have you ever thought it?
No.
Okay, so yeah.
But I just said I don't consider you my wife. I consider you my friend.
Oh, I consider you my friend.
No, you don't. Sometimes
you're my bestie, my BFF.
I consider you my friend because we get on each other's nerves. That's why, almost like brother and sister, which is kind of incest. But no, we're not talking that way.
Peter, that's not cool. Oh my gosh.
What's up, sis?
No, don't play. Don't play. Oh my god, you play so much.
But anyway, like I said, yeah, I mean, I can see, because like you're my wife, but we're so more than just husband and wife.
Yeah.
We know we know it's not really, if we know if there's a secret we don't know, it's not because we didn't tell it, it's because we honestly just didn't remember, or it's just something that didn't come up.
Yeah.
There's been times when things have come up and I'm like, oh, I didn't remember that.
Did I ever tell you this? Or
yeah, like
if I didn't tell you, but so I'm telling you now.
I'm telling you now. God. Yeah, like it does happen.
This the 411.
Some things you just kind of push to the back of the brain and don't think about it.
Yeah, you kind of put it all the way back in the corner.
But over the past month, in what ways, it would make me feel unappreciative. Yeah, like you said, I think we have really worked hard with that, though. Maybe in the beginning we had those days, but I think now in today's marriage, in our marriage now, there's no days that you make me feel, because you make sure that when I get home there's food for me, or you'll call and say, hey, I'm cooking, what you want some food, or you gonna eat while you're out. You'll call and tell me,
you know what? Okay, I'm sorry. So
you make sure my clothes are clean. You make sure you wash my clothes. You dry. You even fold. You even do the best thing. You do the best thing. Anything. You fold my clothes. I just have to come and put them away for me. You put them away. You put them away wrong sometimes.
I put them in the basket and be like, look, this the clean basket.
Yeah.
And this the dirty basket. Don't confuse the two.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But and then sometimes you put them away wrong, but I don't complain, because hey, you put them away. So thank you.
The point is the clothes supposed to go in the drawer.
So yeah, I mean, so I can see that. So yeah. So in that aspect, yeah, I really don't. No, I don't. I mean, I think, thank God we're in that place where we don't feel unappreciative.
Yeah, unappreciated.
Unappreciated with each other. So, I thank God that we are at that point in our in our marriage that we do.
We have matured.
Yeah. I think you have to learn that my appreciation towards you is different. I show it differently because I'm not touchy-feely. I'm working on it. But I show it in different ways. Like today, like not just today, but like if you need something,
that's not your love language.
Right. My love language is getting you stuff. So like if you say, hey, I'm running low on such and such, I'll just go to the store and get it. You don't have to say to me, oh, can you go to the store and get it? Unless you're really out of it, then I'm like, you need to let me know.
Yeah.
But like if you just say I'm running low, in my mind, if I'm out, I'll see it, I'll pick it up, I'll bring it home.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so yeah. So no, I'm very appreciative of you.
I am too, honey.
All right. So there
we have come to the end of our show.
Yeah. We had like I said, we do have a new thing called Slido or SLIDO.
That's right.
And it is a anonymous chat where you can go on. So it's SLIDO. You can is an app on Google or on
Apple Play Store
or just on the web.
Yeah.
And if you put in the number hashtag 213-1191, that's 213-1191.
Right. And you can type it in like you said on Google.
Right. And then it'll come up, Heal My Marriage.
That's right.
And if you have any questions or concerns, or if you have anything to talk about with this podcast that we just done,
that's right.
You can just shoot us a text or any past one that you may look or hear, because we are streaming on all
audio platforms
and YouTube. And we didn't even get this. Thank you, Adventist Radio London listeners, for listening.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You're a big part of our show.
Keeping going,
keep us going. And thank you, and those on YouTube and all the other platforms. Thank you so much. And yeah, pretty much, because we forgot to even thank everybody.
That's
we just went right into the program.
Right in.
But yeah, so that's pretty much
about our business. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, if you do, it's called Slido. It is hashtag 213-1191. And it's SLIDO.
Don't be shy. Ask us these questions. We want to get back with
you.
Yeah,
please. And we'll get back to it. It is anonymous, or you can put your name if you want, but it is anonymous. And so we want to know who it's coming from. So please, let us know what you think.
Yeah. Share, follow this podcast. And
like and subscribe.
That's right. And let people know about it. Yep. We're trying to reach people
share if your
near
enemy.
And wide. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name. There you go. In Jesus' name. The blood of Jesus. That's right.
All right, guys. So this is Tara.
And this is Pedro.
And this is
Heal My Marriage Podcast.
Blessings, guys.
Peace.